You won't hear this from the mainstream media, but according to an FBI report sent by Attorney General Bill Barr to Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Lindsey Graham, who made it public, Christopher Steele's primary subsource for his infamous anti-Trump dossier, the one that accused Donald Trump and Trump campaign associates and Trump administration officials being secret Russian assets, Christopher Steele's primary subsource for those allegations was a man named Igor Danchenko, who was once investigated by the FBI for 2 years on suspicion of being a Russian spy himself. I'd say you can't make this stuff up, but the Democrats made up all their allegations of Russian collusion to try to take down President Trump, even though they knew they were lying. According to this DOJ report, Igor Danchenko was under counterintelligence investigation by the FBI for 2 years, from 2009 through 2011, on suspicion of being a Russian spy. He was described by the FBI at the time as, and I quote, a threat to national security. Reportedly in 2015, Danchenko also told a Russian intelligence officer that he aspired to one day work for the Russian government. Remember, Christopher Steele himself, who was a former British spy, worked for Russian oligarchs too. And the FBI did not even bother to verify who exactly Steele was using as a source for his absurd dossier allegations until December of 2016, months after the Steele dossier was used by the FBI to obtain a FISA court warrant to spy on Trump campaign official Carter Page. Remember, former Deputy FBI Director Andy McCabe admitted under oath that without the Steele dossier, the FBI would not have sought the FISA warrant against Carter Page in the first place. Also remember, a Department of Justice attorney pled guilty to falsifying evidence on Carter Page because the attorney altered an email to make it appear like Carter Page was a Russian spy when in fact, Carter Page had helped the US intelligence community thwart Russian spies. In other words, these leftists at the FBI and the Department of Justice abused their power to target Donald Trump, their political enemy, based on Russian propaganda. Imagine, after spending $30 million on the 2-year Mueller probe and falsely accusing the President of the United States of treason and ruining the lives of countless Trump associates with that witch hunt, the actual Russian collusion was Hillary Clinton, paying Fusion GPS for Christopher Steele's anti-Trump dossier, which was sourced by Igor Danchenko, a man the FBI suspected of being a Russian spy. If this collusion, this corruption doesn't shock you, then you might be part of the problem.